We bought a house. How awesome is that? Because this is something I've been dreaming about for a long time. And you know, you probably, if you've watched any of our videos, you probably know we live in Richmond. We live in a townhouse there, and it's very, very confined. And this year, you know, despite pandemics and all sorts of crap going on in the world, we've managed to pull it all together and buy this house. So very, very exciting time for us. Our mission this year was, you know, before there was any talk of a pandemic, our mission was to buy a house, and here we are, middle of December, and we've made it a reality. We all kind of had our list of things that we were looking for in a house. The thing I wanted most was at least a double garage, you know, because as someone who loves to be on the tools and, you know, loves a man cave and, you know, needs a workspace for myself, this is what I needed. And so this is what I've got. It's sure a 4-bay garage would be awesome, but I can make this work, so I'm excited. Brian, the previous owner, this was his bench set up, which is nice, but it's not going to be what I'm going to use, so I'm going to have to pull all that out. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to paint around it. So basically my job today is I'm going to paint this floor, which is going to be a big job. It's going to take me all day. Hopefully I can get it done in the day. You see it's previously painted, but it's not looking good, and I want it to look all shiny and new. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sand it first, not sand the paint off it, but just sand it to sort of rough it up so that the new paint will stick. This is the paint I'm going to use here, which is Berger Jet Dry Heavy Duty Gloss in a smoky grey colour. And 10 litres. It's an oil-based paint. Most of these floor paints are acrylic based, but an acrylic based paint is not going to have the same wear and tear ability as an oil-based paint. On the flip side, oil-based paint takes longer to dry. So we literally got the keys to the house yesterday. I'm in here today, got to get this floor painted and finished. So it's got a couple of days to dry before I start bringing stuff in here, because it's never going to be easier to do now than now when it's, there's nothing here. There's lots going on out there. There's a couple of houses being built down the street there, and there's all sorts of construction going on. So that's it, time to get into it. Bought this little sander just for the job. Hopefully it works well. I've got AEG cordless tools, but I figure a sander that's going to be sanding this floor cordless is not going to be the way to go, because it's going to go flat pretty quick, even though I've got 2 batteries, and I don't want to be waiting for batteries to recharge. So I've gone the 240 volt option on this one. So this is the basic idea. What I'm going to do first is sand it, and that's probably going to take the most amount of time. That should be the biggest job. I'm thinking that's going to take probably a good 4 or 5 hours to do that. Got some knee pads to save my knees, because they won't appreciate being kneeling on concrete all day. Then I'm going to use this Jet Dry Active Clean to just really, well actually what I'll do is I'll probably sweep it out, give it a really good scrub so it's thoroughly clean, then hose it all out, then give it a couple of hours to dry. Hopefully that'll be long enough, but basically wait until it's dry and then give it one big coat of the Berger Jet Dry. Okay, I'll take about 2.5 to 3 hours, but it was good. It's well worth it. The floor's pretty rough. I mean, it's not exactly a super flat, smooth concrete surface, so there's really no point getting too carried away. At the end of the day, it's a man cave. It's not a, it's not like a, the inside of a house or anything like that. One thing I have noticed though is that there's a couple of spots like down here where there's cracks, or not cracks, but where the edge, the concrete doesn't quite make it all the way to the bricks, and we've got a seam around the edge. And I'm thinking I probably should seal that. Up around the corner there. So I'm thinking it might be worth going around the edges with some sealer, some sort of Sellies kind of, or Sikaflex or something like that, just to seal those edges before I paint it. I might scrub it all out now and and then run down the hardware store and grab some sealer and just go around those edges. And then I'm thinking at this stage I'm probably going to not paint it today. I'm probably going to come back after work tomorrow and have it all primed and literally ready to go, so I can just come back, give it a quick sweep, get rid of any dust, and then paint it. Probably only take a couple of hours to paint the whole floor, and then I can leave it for a couple of days to dry then, before I come here on Saturday with a truckload of stuff from our storage garage in Melton, which will be the next step. Now to just let it dry, mask up the bricks so I don't paint the bricks, and yeah, I'll be ready to paint tomorrow. So what I'm doing now is just giving the floor a wipe down. It's had about 2 hours for the floor to dry since I washed it all out, but it's just this residual sort of dust which, you know, you just can't, you're not going to get off with the hose. So I'm just wiping it down with a cloth, damp cloth. That'll get most of that off. And then tomorrow, when I come back to paint it, just before I do, I'll get a rag, soak it in turps, and just give it one more once over with the turps, which will just clean off any final dust and crap that's fallen on the floor. And I'll leave the doors shut so there's no more dust and stuff comes in. I'll wear respirators obviously so I don't suffocate. And yeah, and then I'll get the paint straight onto it. It's an oil-based paint, so using turps on the floor first won't be a problem. All right guys, it's the next day here, and sort of about 24 hours after, actually probably about 28 hours after I saw you last. So what I did is, just to recap, I've sanded the floor, I've given it a thorough scrubbing with the chemical that cleans off all the grease and dirt and shit. And then I've hosed it all down, and then I let it dry, and then I've gone over it with a damp cloth and just wiped up all the residual dust and stuff. So the floor is pretty clean, but there was quite a lot of cracks that I found around the edge. You know, what was happening is as I was hosing it all out, the water was just basically running down the edge of those cracks and disappearing. So obviously that's going down underneath the slab, underneath the walls, and it's not ideal. Now there's not going to be water in here much, but I figured, well, while I got the opportunity, I may as well get some of this no more gaps kind of sealant filler, and just go around all the edges of where the slab meets the wall and just give it a fill in. It's all going to get painted anyway, so you're not going to see it. So that's essentially what I've done. And have a look here, all the white lines, that's all the gap filler. This is what I used here. Selly's No More Gaps. It's only about $4.50 a tube. Used about 3 tubes in total, and so I've gone right around the edges. And this was where it was worse, down the front here. You can see there's some pretty big gaps down there. I've just filled them all up. I'm going to paint basically down to that edge there, and around there, and right through the centre. So if nothing else, it'll make it a bit smoother, and I won't have paint just running, you know, disappearing down the gaps as I'm painting it. Yeah, so that's what I've done so far tonight, and it's taken me probably an hour and a half to do all that. They say it's able to be painted within about half an hour. Allow surface to skin prior to painting approximately 30 minutes. So it's, I reckon, only half an hour before you can actually start painting on it. My only concern is, like, I was using like a wet finger and wet cloth and that to sort of smooth it out, so it's a bit wetter than what it would be straight out of the can. So it might take a little bit longer to dry. It's now 8:25 in the evening, and I'm probably in for a fairly long night, I think, but going to try and get it done tonight. So when I start doing the cutting in, if it looks like it's too wet still, then I'm going to have to leave it and come back tomorrow or the next day. But ideally I'd like to get it done tonight. So anyway, I'm going to get out the terps, start cleaning the floor, and then probably going to take a break, go and get some dinner down the road, and then yeah, see how we go after that. Time to start painting. Got all the masking done, just around the edges there. So we can do a nice straight line along the bottom edge of the wall. It's 10:30 at night. I thought I'm just going to keep going. It's nice and cool, which is good for painting oil-based paints. And I just wanted to smash it out and get it done tonight. So I know it's probably going to take me a couple of hours, I'm guessing. I'll check in when we're finished. I'll get a few shots along the way, and then I'll show you the finished result in a couple of days when I come back on Saturday. And hopefully it looks really awesome. All right, now this is the paint colour. You're going to see it at the same time as me. All right, let's have a look. Giving it a good shake. There we go. So as you can see, it's a lot lighter than the current floor. So I'm really hoping that's going to lighten the room up a bit, because it's very, very dark. I'm going to put heaps and heaps of light in here, as in lights, down lights and all sorts of stuff in here. And the walls will be lighter once the plywood's on them. The floor will be lighter and really lift the whole room. It'll make it feel bigger as well. Dark rooms sort of feel smaller. So anyway, enough talk. Let's get it done. So I was originally thinking that 4 litres of paint ought to be enough, because I said 1 litre would do 12 square metres, and this is 36 square metres, and so therefore 4 times 12 is 48, should have been plenty. But have a look, I think I've used just about over half the can. Yeah, almost a half the can, so I've used almost 5 litres so far. Might end up with 1 or 2 litres left over, which would be perfect for doing just under the bench when I pull the bench out. So yeah, 10 litres, this is about 38 square metres of floor. 10 litres seems to be about exactly the right amount. Alright guys, well it's been about 2.5 days since I finished the painting, and I'm back at the house, and let's go and check it out and see how good that floor looks now. Should be nice and dry. Okay, I had to pull that out to turn the lights off, because I managed to paint myself to the front door, or to the side door there, without actually turning the lights off. So they should be back on now. Still trying to work out all the keys. Okay, voila. It's not sticky. That's a good sign. Oh yeah, it's dry. That looks pretty awesome. I bet we pop a roller door, a little bit of light in. I went up the wall a little bit just to seal it properly. So I think I already mentioned it, but I'm going to cover the walls with plywood. Basically going to line the whole thing with plywood. I'm going to put battens on the walls first, and then, you know, maybe have them about 30 mil thick, so there's a 30 mil gap between the wall and the plywood, in which I'll put a bit of insulation. And I can also hide cables, so I can put in power points and you know, switches and all that sort of stuff, and have it all hidden between the plywood and the bricks, so in that sort of opening there. And so it didn't matter that I've gone up the wall a little bit with the paint. That won't be an issue. So yeah, it looks awesome. I'm really happy with it. I wanted that kind of semi-gloss look. It'll be very easy to keep clean. It looks, I mean, looking at, you can really see the contour of the concrete now, and it's, you know, it was a pretty average job in the first place, a bit of a backyard kind of job, I think. But that's okay, I don't really care. It's a garage man cave. It's not anything fancy, doesn't matter. But yeah, that's cool. That's it for this video, and yeah, ciao for now.